In this Infusionsoft tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use Infusionsoft Snap Campaign to snapshot a business card and then start off an introductory sequence that eventually leads to a long-term nurture sequence. So I'm going to start with an easy one, which is this path here. Later we're going to be going over this path. It just gets a little bit more complicated. So if I snapshot a card with my phone, when I go to save it, I have the option of tagging it so that it can trigger a campaign, and that's exactly what we've done here. So I have a tag, and it's called Trigger Standard Message, which means I'm going to send them a regular email, a standard email that's not going to require any customization, so that someone that I met at an event is going to be getting a follow-up message right away. So what I do is I go in here, I wait an hour, and my only reason for waiting an hour is in case I actually put them in here and I didn't mean to. I have a full hour to stop it from going out, but there's no other reason to put a delay in there. I come up and I tag it so that it goes into my GMCC, Greater Magna Chamber of Commerce list, because most of the people that I meet in networking events would benefit from receiving notifications for events that I'm promoting. And then I send them my standard introductory email. Now I want you to notice how I word this. I word this so that it doesn't refer to a specific date, it doesn't talk about breakfast, lunch, or a couple days back. All I'm saying is, hey, it was good connecting up with you. And then, I say a dear contact's first name, so that's a merge field. And, hey, it was very good connecting up with you. Let me know how I can be of help to you. This is customized to me. I'm introducing them to some of my involvement in the community, things like that, things that I might be able to help them with. And then I transition to, hey, this is probably a good time to tell you a little bit more about myself. In here, I give some bio information about the business, the 3 types of things that we do, and then I ask them if they'd like to visit my website to get more information. So this is the message that I send to people that I meet at a networking event, and I don't necessarily have any specific follow-up. I don't necessarily want to have coffee with them. I don't want to learn anything more about them. It could be the people whose cards you picked up and then you actually forgot who they were. But this gets them started. Now the next thing that happens is I put them into a campaign that over the next week and a half tags them a little bit, waits 2 days, and then it sends them a follow-up. This sends them an email that tells them about the typical customer life cycle. This is very appropriate for Infusionsoft users. We're an Infusionsoft consultant. So, and I put a very simple email subject line which says, hey, this was really helpful to me. So I'm just sharing information to them. I want them to remember who I am. And then I wait 3 days, I send them another follow-up. This one's called the third follow-up because we actually have a second follow-up that I'll show you how that one goes out. And this one just shares with them information about a book that was really helpful to me as an entrepreneur. My target audience is an entrepreneurial audience, so I want to make sure that they realize I get them. And I just send it with a very simple subject line. I thought you'd like this. At that point, we apply another tag which puts them into my long-term nurture sequence, which means they'll get notifications of my blog as it goes out actually once a month, once a week. So that's the first flow through here. This one here is the other trigger that we can pick from the Snap app. And what this one does is it puts them into the campaign here, and it waits 7 days. It could have been a month wait, it doesn't really matter. I want them held up in here until I go into the system and I use this internal form to customize the message I want them to have. So when I run this message, first name, last name, company name, these will already be filled in because it would have been filled in by the Snap app. And then what I want to do is I click a couple of things here which enable me to tag them specifically. Now in this one I would enter something like, hey, it was nice meeting you on Tuesday, or great seeing you at lunch, whatever that is. And then this is the message that I enter. I could optionally add this at the bottom of the message, and I'll show you exactly how that gets merged into the email that goes out. So from here, we have a decision tree that if I click on one of those boxes, it knows to invite them. So it sends them to a standard message. So I can opt to send them to standard message or custom. And then some people I want to invite specifically to a chamber lunch, and others I choose not to. So let me show you how I merge information in for this one. So it's going to go out. The subject line is whatever I entered into that input form. This is the top part. So whatever I type in that box on that input form goes in there, and then the rest of this is exactly the same as the custom message. So what I'm doing is customizing this very top part so that people, might say, hey, it was good meeting you. I'd like to meet for coffee. I'm available next Thursday at 5 o'clock or 3 in the morning, whatever you want to say. But this is very customizable. From there, it follows the exact same path that we had used before with those other two messages, and then finally, it puts them into the long-term nurture sequence. So this is something I think every networker should implement. It's a little bit of cleanup. There's the invitation to the chamber in here. But in a nutshell, this is one path that doesn't require any modification by the user. And this one here puts them on hold until you customize the message and then send it out this way. So hope this helps understand how you can put together a nice intro campaign.